look at us here at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, a couple of rivals from the NFC East squaring off. It's the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And we're off from MetLife. Tank Bigsby here with the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him. And he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
Hurts now from the gun. He's going to tuck it and run. Jukes away from one. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
New set of downs from 37. Gets it out wide, complete. And this is a small pickup to the 39-yard line. Brought down by Paulson Adebo.
As any quarterback will tell you over the course of their career, it's not easy to deliver an accurate throw if you're about to get smacked.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And Goddard has it. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. It's a 29-yard gain. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
First down throwing for Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Dallas Goedert. And that'll bring up second down. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
He finds Brown right side. And this one doesn't go far.
To A.J. Brown. A 3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on third down. Throw here, third down. Making the call himself. And he gets this forward to the 19. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
That's another Eagles first down. First and 10.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And this will be stopped after a nice 6-yard pickup there on first down.
He was brought down.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the take him down. And they come through the sack to bring around third down.
Oftentimes, these early exchanges are just a feeling-out process for rushers and blockers. But they can also set the tone for the battles the rest of the game. And that defender, you know, with an early win, he's feeling really good about himself.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Hurts. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it. Leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. This is going to be a 31-yarder from the right hash. Elliott connects there. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
All in all, Kate, I'm going to call that a good start. Offense established himself, moved the ball, and the kicker able to give him a lead.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Gunnar Olszewski now to return. He dodged the tackle. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Giants out and get set for their first drive. And they'll be brought out by the 2025 first-rounder out of Ole Miss. Here's Jackson Dart.
One of the really cool things about Jackson Dart's career, both high school and college, is every step of the way he just kept getting better. And that's what the great pros do. Joe Burrow, Lamar, Josh Allen, they never rest on their laurels. They're constantly striving to be excellent. That's exactly what Jackson Dart did collegiately and what he'll have to do professionally.
That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And this one does not go far.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
3rd down now. Here's Dart. Completed over the middle. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker. 4th down.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
So here we go. This is that aggressive mindset they've been talking about. They're going for it here. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
One thing you cannot say, Kate, about this offense is they're not bold. That was a bold decision, one they trusted the big guys up front, and they moved the sticks.
We've set it down from 37. On 1st and 10, here's Dart. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Giants are going to have the first down. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
He hits the lane for 9 into enemy territory.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
It's Tracy on 2nd down. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up. Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. Here comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1. Trying to get it with the option here. And what a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. 4th down coming up.
3-yard loss on the
It's
play.
results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. They're going for it here. Dart going to go for it on 4th. Pass complete to Robinson. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the results. A big gain, 15 yards, and a fresh set of downs, too.
1st and 10.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
On 1st down, here's Dart. This is Cox, that's Slayton. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
23 more yards.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple, and he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
Tracy on 1st and goal. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. It's a pickup of 5, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Tracy. And he's stonewalled by this front right at the 3. Only manages 1 yard on that run, so now they'll need 3 on 3rd and goal.
A gain of 1 yard on the play.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
On 3rd and goal, it's Dart. Makes the catch. It'll be touchdown short of the marker, so 4th down coming up.
A 2-yard gain. It's now
1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. It's the Eagles soaring to an early lead. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. All right, they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. They'll go, it's Tracy. And they stop him. No touchdown, no 1st down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone.
And what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on the 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground to power it across. But there was no overcoming a front just as equally motivated to get off the field.
The Eagles about set to get going for their 2nd drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Escapes the defender. He's going to have them up to that 23. They get 23 on that one. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
3 yards. And an Eagles 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run. You could see that screen develop as the linemen pull right out in front. Sets up a nice gain. Love to see a running back utilize the big man in front of him.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
The tackle made by Dexter Lawrence. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. It's a sneak. Hurts. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on third down on a sneak and get a first down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
First down, a run with Barkley. Winning there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. This time it's a passing play. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line.
Ooh, he knew he was going to pay for throwing that. I knew it from up here in the booth watching that happen. But that's an experienced quarterback. If that first primary target isn't there, make sure you find your safety valve. And that got them some yards, so taking that shot, well, it was not for nothing.
Hurts on 3rd and 2. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
That's one of those third down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
From their own side, they're going to go for this. They need about 2. Trying on 4th down. Here's Hurts. This one's caught. Smith has it. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That's a gain of 10, and staring at that turnover on downs. Instead, they pick up the first.
It's a gain of 10.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
1st and 10, he keeps it on the option. And he'll take what he can get here, Brock, sliding down with a gain of 3. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Now we have a momentary stoppage for an injured Giant as they get somebody out there to tend to him. They've got first down here from the 36. Barkley off the pistol give. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Trying to throw this from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
A gain of 4 yards. That's another Eagles first down. A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Philadelphia.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Barkley trying this up the gut. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's another carry for Barkley. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. They send a tight end in motion. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
A 26-yard attempt.
Elliott connects there. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going. Running it after the penalty. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. They go to him again. And he's in this time. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles make it a 9-point advantage. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles make it a 10-point ball game.
10, Giants nothing.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. He's going to field this at the 2. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Now for the 2nd time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. They took their shot on 4th and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. Throwing on 1st down, it's Starks. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Hey, God bless the Ted Washingtons, Casey Hamptons, Vince Wilforks, all them run stuffers back in the day. But the D-tackles of today, you not only have to stuff the run, you have to eat up the pass, too. And that D-tackle just got it done.
After the sack, could really use a big play here on 2nd down. It's 2nd and 15. Darts out of the shotgun. He's got a man left. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
Kid, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other to give him a chance to make a play.
Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. Third and long for him here. And he can't escape this. The Eagles take him down. So, Brock, we're down to 1 minute and 59 seconds to play now in our opening half. Stick around. More from MetLife Stadium on the other side. Fair catch made here at the 30-yard line. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. First and 10, here's Hurts. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Giants with an extra DB out there now. Third down. Here he goes. Third and long. He's going for it himself. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
First and 10 from the 43. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Short pass brought in. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Giants side of the field.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 49-yard line.
Second and 3 now. Hurts now from the gun. Catch made over the middle. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line.
You put up the combine times of tight ends running a 40-yard dash, and they certainly don't run as fast as the safeties or the corners in this league. But when you get them going in the right direction and you get them dragging across the field like that, well, they can still do their damage.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash. Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. And their lead holds steady at 10.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
One last play before the break. Looking to throw. Throwing for the end zone. And they will not connect. Took his shot there to end the half, but no dice. That's going to take us to the break.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hansen and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a two-score game here, Brock, as our third quarter gets underway. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. So to begin the third quarter, the New York offense returning to the field. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Kate, speaking from experience here, what happens now with the third sack allowed, especially on an early down like that, is that head coach and coordinator going to have a conversation. Okay, we got to fix this. Do we slide? Do we chip? Do we keep more people in? Because the one thing you can't do is keep getting your quarterback hit.
So things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Tracy. Hop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. And that play right there, Brock, is this game in a nutshell. No points, but plenty of struggles.
What did the late, great John Wooden used to say? Never confuse activity for achievement. We have not seen much achievement today.
Darts looking at this 3rd and long. He's going to run for it.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the 1st down, doesn't keep them on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
The Giants are set to punt. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. He has it at the 22. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. They left a few on the table there last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal try that missed the mark. You've set it downs for him from the 31. I'll start this one out with Barkley. And he made it his 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
1st down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. They go play action. Here's Hurts. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Here's Hurts. And wow, nearly a pick on that check down. A bit lucky that he couldn't hang on to it, and it fell incomplete.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on 1st down. Hurts trying again on 2nd down. And And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
Hurts throwing again. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
Now on fourth down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense all set to get started. And coming off a 3-and-out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. New York to the line, 1st and 10. Dart setting in the throw here. Completed over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Complete to Wandale Robinson. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 30-yard line.
Fall forward, and I think you've got this first down, Brock. It's 2nd and inches. They'll go play action. Here's Dart. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
On the sneak, here's Dart. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line, no gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
It's about the simplest play in the playbook, and they execute it like it was drawn up. That push gets them the first down.
31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31. On first down, here's Dart. It's caught right side by Johnson. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. A good pass from the rookie out of Ole Miss, and it gets him a first.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
On 1st and 10, here's Dart. Hits him on the out route. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. Well, I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
At the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go right back to Tracy. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Tackled on that play by an All-Pro last year, Jalen Carter.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Dart. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Giants first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. We've got a screen to the running back. And into the end zone. Touchdown, New York. The Giants shrinking the lead some in the third. Well, Brock, I think you and I both saw that one coming together from up here, and it became clear pretty quickly that if they got things going, that one could go the distance.
Yeah, the 6 points earned on any screen pass touchdown. I'd give half a point to the sell job of a quarterback, half a point to the effort of the running back, but 5 of those points to the big guys in front of them. They're the most important ones out there on that play, and in the best of times, they clear lane for a touchdown just like that one.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants cut it to a field goal game.
Giants 7.
Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Bigsby with the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Hurts to throw. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Kate, this is one of those situations where they've got the lead on the scoreboard, but not the momentum on the field. This is a big 3rd down coming up. Got to seize back a little control and find a way to cut off the comeback.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. It's a screen to Barkley. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Clash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Back to throw, Hurts. He finds Dotson left side. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
It's a gain of 27 yards. And an Eagles first down.
You know, as any quarterback is going to tell you, that's one of the most difficult things to do. Knowing you're going to get blasted. That defender's coming right at you, but you got to throw an accurate ball. It does 2 things. Number 1, it strikes fear in the defense. And number 2, you gain respect with your teammates.
Dump off caught by his back. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
Number 26.
That's called the quarterback's best friend, Kate. Gains like that on the screen aren't possible without everyone doing their job. One missed assignment is the difference between a big gain and being dropped for a loss.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Hurts tucks it, starts running. It's a gain of a yard, but they needed just a couple more inches. 3rd down.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. QB sneak coming. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Eagles football trying to carry this lead across the finish line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Saquon. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
27-yard line.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the... This is caught. Looks like he stayed in bounds, too. Great work.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
There's a good chance he wasn't even looking when that ball was released, but the crowd, well, the crowd let him know exactly what was going on. You could feel the swell of excitement whenever they take a deep shot, and it's only going to get louder now as they were able to connect.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles make it a 10-point ball game.
17. Giants 7.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. Let's go on the ground here. Tracy.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Darts out of the shotgun. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. 7 yards on that pickup. And it's good for a New York first down.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Throwing on first down. It's Darts. Steps up and he's running with it. And Darts got him a fresh set of downs there as he slides to a stop.
A gain of 12 yards.
I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Here's Dart now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Short pass brought in. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Pass complete to Robinson. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Dart gonna throw again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun this time, here's Dart. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it 3rd down.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
Third down, Eagles opting to go with a dime here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He smartly won't risk anything here. Just chucks this away.
That's a veteran move right there by a rookie quarterback. You see so many rookies, we do, Kate, who try to play hero ball and force things in every single spot. But he's already wise enough to know how to throw it away.
Well, best of luck here. It's 4th and a considerable distance. Desperation time here. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. He picks up 5 on that 1st down run, brings up 2nd down.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. They go to Barkley again. Shoots away from one. And he's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st and 10, he keeps it on the option. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field, nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Hurts. They set up the screen. It's Smith. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
Kate, I could feel by your body language and the call that you saw exactly what I saw. And that was a big uh-oh. It's one of the nice things of having a bird's eye view on these screens. You can see it coming at the field. In the field level, you get lost. But not up here. You knew that play was doomed from the start.
Throw here, 3rd down. That is caught. He's got Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. A.J. Brown, the touchdown.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield. Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
For Philadelphia.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10.
Now here comes the New York offense. And after they were stopped on fourth down their prior possession, Brock, you got to wonder if they're going to be confident enough to go for it again if they get to that point here. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up first and 10. Handoff to Tracy. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
All right, here we go. Second down. Darts looking to throw. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Third and long for him here. Has a man downfield. This is Robinson. And they're going to have it all the way down to the 25.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Coming to the line for another first and 10. Dart setting in the throw here. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. From the red zone now. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
Oh, man, those defensive players hate slippery quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there. He evades them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
From inside the one, here's first and goal. From the gun, here's Dart. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. So now it'll be second and goal. So they fire for the end zone on first down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on second and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming. As a fan, as a defensive coordinator, I think as an offense, you've worked on it all week. Continue to get to the stuff you trust the most.
Staying between the tackles with Tracy. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. Touchdown or bust for him here as they set up for third and goal. Dart now against the blitz. And this is going to be a New York touchdown. The Giants get it back to within 2 possessions. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Gano for the PAT.
For the extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants cut the lead down to 10.
Eagles 24, Giants 14.
Well, this one not quite over just yet. They've got 3 timeouts at their disposal, but really need to make the unexpected recovery here. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. He stopped a yard short, gain of 9. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Eagles holding a 10-point lead. Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout.
And an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10. We're going to go with Barkley on the counter. And he gets this down to the 22 before being stopped. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go.
A modest gain on the counter. A good recovery there from the front 7, Kate. They bought the fake initially, but adjusted just in time to limit the damage headed the other direction.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Barkley gets it on third down. Trucks a defender. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles take a 3-possession lead.
Giants 14. Jake Elliott to kick off.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Brings in the kick at the 9. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Giants and Jackson Dart set to go back on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. On first down, here's Dart. Completed over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
You've heard that very common term in draft vernacular called catching radius. Let me tell you, as a quarterback, you love tight ends on drag routes because that catching radius for such a big target, man, you see him, you eye him, and there's a comfort level between QB and tight end to make that connection.
Second down, looking for options. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. Throwing across his body, and it backfires. Interception! Adoree Jackson makes the play.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. They're going to win this game, but with touchdowns on 3 straight drives, Brock, they're probably going to want to keep that streak going. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. Hurts a chance to run it here. So the Eagles will fly out of here with their own win. And Brock, we all know any win is a good win, but playing against a division rival, oh, it always feels so much better dealing them one in the L column.
These are the teams that know you best, Kate, but also the ones that you know best. So yes, it is just a little bit sweeter when you take care of business in your own division.
With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from New York.